When the screaming stops, the memories come back. I was not born strong. I was born small, hungry, and alone in a town that forgot my name before I could speak it. Hunger is a patient teacher. It teaches you that you are small, that you are meat. I learned early that if you want to stop shivering, you don't need a blanket. You need steel. I was not alone forever. There was a girl, Lena. She showed up one winter and never left the alleys again. Nobody claimed her, so we claimed each other. We became brother and sister over a stolen loaf and the beating that came after it. She was quick, hands and quick lies. I was fists and bad ideas. She watched for danger, and I took the blows meant for her. When I found food, I grabbed as much as I could because I was feeding 2 starving children, not one. People call it gluttony now. Back then, it was survival. I remember the day the mercenaries marched through town, all stripes and feathers. They looked like they walked on mud without sinking. For the first time, I thought, maybe I could buy my way out of the dirt with steel. The militia did not take me in out of kindness. They gave me a spear, a crust of bread, and pointed me at whoever they said was the enemy. Filth and bruises I could live with. What I could not stand was knowing Lena was still starving outside the fence. First pay I ever earned, every coin went on her back, not mine. If one of us was going to be warm, it was going to be her. So I stood my watches and took the kicks and the drills, because as long as she slept by our fire, the job was worth it. For a moment I believed I had climbed out of the gutter. Lena was fed. I had a bunk and a wage. The tavern cured me of that notion. He did not hit me with a fist, just a shove and a mouthful of filth about my blood. The laughter hurt more than his hands, like the whole tavern agreed. I belonged in the mud. I did not swing that night. I made a promise instead. Never step back again. Not from anyone. Militia officers saw a body to shout at. The mercenaries saw something else. A man who did not break when he should have. I was tired of being the gutter dog at the edge of the feast. Pulling on their colors felt like stepping out of the mud for the first time. Same scars underneath. But people started looking up when I walked past. I volunteered for double pay. That meant a greatsword in my hands. The front rank first to die. But I didn't die. Battle after battle, I stayed on my feet. Someone laughed and called me Ironclad. The name stuck. On paper, double pay makes you rich. Most of mine went into a cloth bundle with Lena's name on it. In the pike, you learn fast who you can trust. Not by birth, not by accent, only by who holds the line. In a company full of killers, pride is cheaper than steel. I still answered every insult with the same currency. His blade was dipped in poison. Mine was not. When the poison finally burned out of me, I went home on leave to meet Lena. What I found was a burned town and her green cloak in the rubble. After that, the pike was just pay. Nothing more. I could not go after Lena. My contract held me as honor demanded, battle after battle, while her trail grew colder with every season. My mind was already on the road she might have taken as I waited out my term. When it finally came time to renew, I declined. No more banners, no more ledgers. It was time to start searching for her. After the pike, I walked the roads for years, taking caravan work and odd guard jobs, asking after Lena in every tavern and market. No one knew her name.
They're
Hope does not break all at once. It just wears down. When a fortified town on the border of the Black Forest offered me a captain's post, I stopped wandering. If I could not save her, I could at least hold the line for someone else. The Black Forest sits on Perocia's border like a wound that never closes. It is full of things that should be dead and things that were never meant to live at all. Creatures crawl out of the trees at night, and in the morning you count who is missing. The day I rode into that border village and found every door open and every bed empty, I knew the forest had taken them alive. When we found the village empty, the town council talked of walls and prayers, not rescue. My contract was almost up. I could have signed out and walked away clean. Instead, I told them I would take a handful of men into the trees and try to bring the villagers back. One by one, the men who set out with me vanished into the fog, or did not stand back up after the next attack. By the time I saw the tracks in the mud, I was alone. The ground gave way under me. When I woke, I was lying in a pile of villagers under the roots of some ancient tree, the air stinking of rot and fungus. That was where I saw them. 2 forest nymphs sitting on twisted roots like queens of a charnel pit, eyes full of some hypnotic magic. In front of them stood 2 men frozen like statues. One in a blue tunic with a dragon-scaled hand clutching a staff, the other in a red robe with black marks on his face. When I moved, their magic caught me. My body locked up mid-step, jaw clenched, lungs burning while my mind stayed awake and screaming. For a moment I thought that was how it would end, as another ornament in their cave. Then, something shifted. The one in red broke first, like a string had snapped. He shouted, and their hold on me slipped with it. That was all I needed. I pushed forward on legs that barely obeyed, and cut the nymphs down before they could fix their gaze on us again. When their bodies hit the roots, the last of the spell shattered. The blue-clad mage came back to himself like a drowning man breaking the surface.
Name is Balthasar. You saved our lives. My thanks.
I'm Staz. Nice to meet you.
I would pay well if you help me take this specimen out of the forest for study.
This is a terrible idea. Fine. Coin is coin.